All right, let's talk about MySQL and MariaDB. For years, you could almost use them interchangeably, right? Two open-source databases, shared history, no big deal. But, well, that whole story is changing, and it's changing fast. These days, they're really heading down completely different roads. So let's dive in and figure out what's really going on here.
So on one side, you got the classic MySQL Dolphin. We all know that one. It's backed by the corporate giant Oracle. And on the other, you've got the MariaDB Sea Lion. Now, it was born from the exact same code, but it's really become its own distinct creature. Yeah, they started out as family, but believe me, the whole ecosystem is way more complex than it used to be.
So, what are they now, really? Are they still close siblings? Have they become fierce rivals, fighting for the same turf? Or have they just evolved into something totally different? That's really the big question we're going to try to answer today.
And look, this isn't just a hypothetical question. It's become really urgent lately. The commercial company behind MariaDB, that's MariaDB PLC, has hit some serious rough patches. We're talking stock price warnings. And get this, maybe the biggest deal of all. Microsoft Azure announced it's retiring its MariaDB service. And who are they telling their users to migrate to? Yep, you guessed it, MySQL. So this adds a whole layer of real-world drama to the story.
Okay, so to really understand where these two are headed, we've got to go back to the beginning and understand where they came from. It's kind of a classic tale, One family, two very, very different paths. So here's the most important thing you need to know. MariaDB was created as a fork of the original MySQL code. What does that mean? Well, basically, some of the original MySQL developers got worried about its future after Oracle bought it, so they took the code and started their own project. For a long, long time, the whole goal of MariaDB was to be a drop-in replacement, meaning you could just swap out MySQL for MariaDB without any headaches. But those days are long gone. They've drifted so far apart that you really have to think of them as two completely separate databases.
And this is really the heart of the matter. Before we even get into all the cool technical features and compare them, we have to talk about governance. I mean, who's actually steering the ship for each of these projects? Who's in charge? Because honestly, their philosophies on this are fundamentally different, and it explains everything.
Okay, first up, let's look at MySQL. It's pretty straightforward. It's developed and controlled by Oracle. Full stop. Now, sure, they accept contributions from the community, but the core development, the roadmap, that's all firmly in Oracle's hands. The community version uses what people call a drop-ship model. Just think of it like this. Oracle builds the whole thing behind closed doors, and then every so often they just drop a finished version on the open-source community. There's not a lot of public back and forth during the actual development.
All right, now let's switch gears to MariaDB. And this is where things get a little more complicated. First, you have something called the MariaDB Foundation. This is a nonprofit, and its entire mission is to make sure the core MariaDB server stays open and free, forever. Think of it as the guardian of the open source code, and it's funded by big sponsors like AWS to make sure it stays independent.
But then you have MariaDB PLC. This is the for-profit, publicly traded company. And what do? They build all the enterprise products and services on top of that open source server. And they're the ones doing almost all of the actual development work. So you can probably see the natural tension here, right? You have the foundation, sworn to keep the server free, and then you have the public company that needs to, make money from it. Understanding that complex relationship is absolutely key to understanding MariaDB's whole deal.
So let's just put them side by side. MySQL, super straightforward. It's built by Oracle, mostly behind the scenes, and then it's released to the world. MariaDB, it's a different story. The development is mostly driven by that commercial company, MariaDB PLC, but the process itself is much more public. And you've always got the foundation looking over their shoulder as the ultimate steward of that community server.
And you know what? That tricky dynamic might actually be getting better. The new CEO of MariaDB PLC recently used this really powerful metaphor. He called the shift in their relationship with the foundation the end of the Cold War. That's huge. It signals that they're trying to stop some of these weird practices where the commercial side and the open source side felt like they were fighting each other. Hopefully, it means more collaboration and a much clearer future. And for anyone in the MariaDB community, that is just fantastic news.
All right, so now that we've got the whole governance story down, let's get to the fun part, the tech. How do these completely different philosophies actually show up in the features? It's time for a little modern showdown.
And this table really shows their different approaches perfectly. MySQL has a very clean, open core model. What's that? It just means the core database is free, but if you want the fancy enterprise features, you got to pay up. MariaDB, it's a bit more of a mixed bag. The main server is open source, but some really important tools, like their max-scale database proxy, had a bit of a controversial history. It actually started as open source before they moved it to a more restrictive license. And that right there tells you a lot about the key differences in how they think about business.
And of course, this all trickles down into their technical priorities. MySQL has really focused on perfecting its own tech. For example, it has a native JSON data type, which makes queries way more efficient. And its high availability solution is built around its own InnoDB technology. MariaDB, on the other hand, is all about choice, which is very true to its community roots. It integrates other popular open-source tools like Alera Cluster for replication, and it lets you pick from a whole bunch of different storage engines. Those are the bits that actually handle storing the data. It's not just InnoDB or nothing.
But of course, in today's world, the real battleground for pretty much everything is the cloud. So the big question is, how do their strategies stack up there?
Well, MySQL's cloud strategy is really all in on Oracle's own service called HeatWave. It's a super high-performance analytics engine that you can only get in the cloud. And it's not just Oracle's cloud either. I mean, the open-source version of MySQL is so important that it's the foundation for Amazon's Aurora, which is probably the most popular cloud database out there. MariaDB is playing a different game. It's taking a more partner-heavy approach. They have their own commercial cloud offering, SkySQL, a huge partnership with Alibaba Cloud, and a whole growing ecosystem of other providers.
So, after all of that, we land at the final big question. Which one should you actually choose? Look, there's no single right answer for everyone, but I think now we can make a way more informed decision. So here's how it breaks down. You probably want to go with MySQL if you value the stability and the support you get from a single huge company like Oracle. Or maybe you want a unified platform where you know everything is designed to work together perfectly, and you're excited about their cloud-first stuff like HeatWave. On the other hand, you'd probably lean towards MariaDB if your top priority is having a server that's guided by a community-focused foundation, if you absolutely need the flexibility of different storage engines, and if you're a big believer in keeping the core database server truly open source.
Ultimately, the choice here isn't just about technical features anymore. It's really become a philosophical one. It all boils down to this. In the big battle for the future of your data, are you going to bet on the corporate giant with all its stability and resources? Or are you going to bet on the community champion with its promise of flexibility and a truly open source core? The path you choose, well, it's going to shape a lot more than just your database. It's going to define your entire data strategy for years to come.